All right, the SFWA election is already hitting a weird hurdle in a way that's not going well for the science fiction club. Very, very funny stuff. This is the state of it. This is a bunch of science fiction writers. They're supposed to be professional writers. If you don't know what SFWA is, it was started by heavy hitters in science fiction writing back in the day. And what they wanted to do was basically unionize everybody to push back against publisher contracts that were unfair to writers. It was a good thing because these contracts were obscene back in the day. Writers got screwed. They'd just not make money off their fiction. And it was a check and balance for the publishing industry. But as things went along, like publishing contracts got mostly standardized, especially with the internet being out there. SFWA kind of lost purpose. And of course, everybody who makes good science fiction these days pretty much publishes themselves on Amazon. So there's nothing for the club to do. And as such, they've turned it into like a socials club of a bunch of like weird cat ladies who are fat in like these mobility scooters because they're like 70 years old. And they all like do this little circle jerk where they sell to these like 5 different magazines, which are quite like SFWA approved magazines, trying to make like a couple $100s a year and then pretending like they're professional authors. And then they use SFWA to go, I'm a motivational speaker. Have me come speak at your conference about writing. And it's a big clout structure is what it comes down to. As it's descended into such, of course, it's descended into identity politics, and the club is actually more about pushing political agendas than helping authors at all anymore. So a lot of people have tuned out. People are getting rid of their memberships because basically you pay $100-something a year, and all you get is this like private online forum where people are like, "Where's the best market to publish?" And it's there's no reason to be there because you can get that on a free forum. Again, this is just a silly thing. And then they pass their credentials around and pretend each other are successful authors. Now, the people running for president of this are a bunch of nobodies. You get 3 options. Jennifer Brozek is a fat cancel pig lady who works for like Catalyst Game Labs, and that's what she is. She's a giant cancel pig. And then you get Kate Ristow, who's a blue-haired she/they. And then you get Christine Taylor Butler, who's like a black lady. And so you get one choice, basically. You get the same thing. And none of them are accomplished science fiction writers. They don't really make money in science fiction. It's really just funny to watch because anybody who does make money doesn't want to run this stupid club at this point because, again, it does nothing. And they've got no agenda, no anything going on. Now... The election from secretary had one dude, Matthew Reardon, J.R.H. Lawless. Again, I don't really know who he is. And he dropped out as it's going on. And this is the funniest thing because now the secretary is the guy who like that job actually probably does most of the work in terms of all this. Like this is keeping of the minutes of their meetings and distributing out different information from the club. That's a big deal. And so it's a lot of work, and they just don't have volunteers to cover these slots, and it's really funny. Somebody's trying to step up. We're going to get into these election implications in just a moment. My name's John Delarose, everybody, the most trusted name in science fiction fandom. Glad you're here. Thank you so much as we go on the ins and outs of the industry. This is just funny stuff. I am a science fiction writer, and I outsell all of these people, and it's great. So this is my Stars Entwined. It is a military space opera. And you will love this. It's a spy thriller in space. A guy goes to an alien starship, gets some surgical modifications done to try to blend in, to try to get some of their technology back to Earth, and ends up in over his head. So it's a 3-book series as this Iranian war escalates. Grab the whole series. Grab it all in the description below. You can check it all out. It builds so nicely into The Stars Were Joined. And they're all available on audiobook to make it easy on you, too. So I'll put this in for you. And thank you guys so much for being there. You can also sign up for my newsletter. You get a free graphic novel. I get a give away a novella and one of my old novels as well. And, of course, I like everybody signing up because that way if anything happens with the platform, because I do get mass reported by these people, I got you there, too. So all these links are in the description below. Thank you guys so much. We've had incredible months here, and it's all because of readers like you who care about science fiction for real. So I've just been looking up SFWA on Blue Sky a little bit and checking things out, and it's not a good good thing here. If you look at it, the most recent one, to make a measly $25,000 in short story sales, you'd have to sell over $300,000 of words at a SFWA Pro rate. That's about 3 novels worth, right? And then that's about 3, of words. So it's a lot. Even if somebody could write that many must-publish stories in a year, mad unlikely for a great writer not taking AI shortcuts. There are fully not enough pro venues to publish all that. Exactly. Very, very funny. And so none of these people make money. That's exactly what's going on with this situation with SFWA at this point. What's happening is these magazines that are the pro ones are getting flooded with AI stories because people are so desperate to try to make money, and they're trying to take those shortcuts, go faster. And so Uncanny Magazine, Clark's World, they're getting tons of AI stories. Now, Uncanny Magazine said they got over 1,000 because people just don't want to put in the work, and they're trying to just get a paycheck real quick because they're desperate. Like I said, SFWA's just killed all of their markets. All these people just push identity politics in their stories. Nobody reads them, except for other aspiring authors trying to get into it. And so they're getting flooded with this kind of thing right now. That's the thing SFWA's dealing with, and SFWA's posting these crazy rants on their website about just how much they hate AI. And I'm just sitting here like, if AI is a problem for you, that means you're probably not that good, because AI, the main problem with AI is the writing sucks. If you can't actually come up with a good story on there. That's the main deal. I'm not really worried about AI because my writing's much better than what these people do. And so they go through. I was planning to join. I felt they could complement SFWA. I'm already a member of. I don't think I will join. Oh boy. And secretary candidate withdraws. This is exactly what we're covering today. Matthew Reardon, JKRH, has withdrawn his candidacy from secretary. There's no official candidates, but there's a guy who's trying to go in. They're holding the special election. Ballots will be counted October 23rd. We'll tell you which weirdo wins when it happens. Very funny as this goes on. And they don't give a reason for the withdrawing. But again, I just don't think people want to work for this company. This person talks about it. Once upon a time, I was a Canadian regional director for SFWA. I was also the publisher of Communique SFF, Canada's science fiction president. I did other work for SFWA at the Bulletin. I was in charge of the PR of the Nebulas. Included reaching out to Peter Jackson's people when Lord of the Rings were won, and reaching out for quotes from Harlan Ellison and others. So this guy's given his credentials here to talk about this. There it is. They used to do things, but this guy doesn't bother anymore. Of course, he doesn't want to be secretary now. Most of the other talks about weird stuff. George W. Bush. This guy's. This is our stand-in, write-in candidate. Yay! He's stunning and brave, which we'll see. This person's a SFWA member. And as you can see, this is what the actual membership says. They have a lot of work. Develop a clear focus and mission. They don't have one. We have one here. And it's very easy. We're taking back science fiction from the weirdos, and we're just doing it independently. And I appreciate you guys being here. Rebuild the trust of the community, because they were such liars. They don't have the trust because SJWs always lie. And then the board seems to be doing their best, except for they're not even the board. They're like a interim board. And this guy re-upped his membership to virtue signal to these people, even though it doesn't do anything for him. But this is the guy running for the write-in now, Stephen Brewer. And you can see he doesn't even he goes right into it. Author of LGBTQIA+ speculative fiction. Yes, so he writes gay porn and poetry. He's a teacher of scientific writing, lover of natural history. Here he is. Upon the withdrawal of the only announced candidate, I volunteer to serve for secretary. As the deadline for new candidates has passed, I can only be a write-in. But if you write me in, I will serve. Read on to learn about me as a candidate. I'm an eligible candidate. Okay, great. You're eligible. Congratulations. I am beginning a 2-year phased retirement from my career. Oh, that's good. I'm glad he's out of education at least. Long history of service at the university as an author. He's had several short stories published in anthologies. You see it. They just remember they just said if you're going into SFWA stuff, you don't have enough money to exist as an author. And these people are again fake writers, faking like they're professional writers, and it's an entire clout thing. I speak Esperanto, and before I begin publishing in English, I've had several fictional stories in Esperanto. Well, who cares? I self-published chapbook of haiku, and then what's that got to do? Like, what are you going to do for the people of SFWA? It's all a narcissism thing, and that's what these identity politicians are. This is my identity. I am this. I identify as a writer, and it bodes about the same for the club as it's going now. They're going to have the same lack of anything getting done there, circling the drain, and just these people going crazy and ballistic with their weird causes and the like for years to come until they finally run out of members. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Sign up for my newsletter, my friends, and grab the Arroz War for great science fiction. You won't be disappointed. Really appreciate you guys for reading. It's been a great year, and we're only going up. See you soon.